When I was very young, my dad used to always say at the dinner table, wait, why do I sound like someone criticizing someone else's generation? When I was young, I didn't have... Okay, pause. I'm already off topic. Like I was saying, when I was young, I was a picky-ish eater. My dad would normally say he used to be like me when he was young, but as he got older, his taste buds changed, and now he likes a bunch of different foods. And I hate to admit it, but well done, Dad. You were absolutely right. And as you can see, I don't like being wrong. But could you blame me? Yeah, maybe. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I learn to like a certain food, it's because I somehow had a change of heart and started craving that certain food. For example, I used to hate mushrooms. Don't know if it was the texture or the taste or because it was questionably drawn, but it was something that did not taste good. And I hate to brag, but my sister and I make these bomb stuffed mushrooms, and before I really only ate the inside part that had a little bit of mushrooms, but you couldn't really taste it. But one day we were having a family party and I just had a craving of mushrooms. Like not even just the inside cream cheese part, but the whole entire mushroom. Sorry, Toad. Since that day, I liked the taste of mushrooms. Like what was the psychology? Yes, that's supposed to be a brain. That one day I didn't like mushrooms and then I do the next? Or are you what I like to call the best tasting insert food here ever? With this scenario, I use pickles as well as onions. Wasn't a huge pickles and onions girl, especially when it came to hamburgers. In the past, it was always no pickles and no onions. Then one day, I went to my favorite fast food restaurant. Let's call it Grin and Pout. Who am I kidding? Most of you know what I'm talking about. Don't care what anyone says or who they compare it to, I still love Grin and Pout. And if you've never been there before, they have burgers that you can get quote-unquote animal style. They add extra spread, mustard, and yes, grilled onions and pickles. Beforehand, I would have never gotten animal style, but my friends seemed to like it, so I decided to get it, and oh my goodness, I loved the taste of pickles and onions. The pickle was sour, crunchy, and thick. And wow, now that I've tasted it, I never not get those burgers animal style. There's also the people that force themselves to eat food they don't like until they like it. My sister says she's like this, but for me, I don't think I can do that. First world problems, am I right? I have the privilege to be picky about my food. Anyways, let's talk about sushi. So people who have known me for a long time, like my family and some close friends, know I could not handle raw fish before. It was too fishy for my taste buds. I know, how can a fish be too fishy? Or the texture was so squishy it made my skin crawl. But people who have met me recently, like from 2018 forward, know that sushi is now one of my favorite foods. Now, I find poke and sushi refreshing, so if I'm craving something lighter, I'll opt for a poke bowl, since it's usually full of veggies without it being actual salad. I mean, I'm still relatively a noob when it comes to sushi because there's some fish I don't enjoy as much raw. For example, I'm a simple girl who likes mostly salmon. Salmon? Which way do you guys say it? Anyways, that's my favorite for nigiri or poke bowls. I can't handle tuna very well. I'm used to the canned one that the raw tuna I see for sushi just screws up my brain. I mean, eel, octopus, crab, that I can do, but about everything else, I either haven't tried or can't get myself to enjoy. Sorry guys, I may just be a fake sushi fan. Well, since we're kind of on the genre of Asian food, there's one more food that's commonly used in Asian cuisine that I've only recently started to enjoy, and that's ginger. There's a popular dim sum restaurant called Din Tai Fung, one of my favorite dim sum restaurants. It's not like a traditional dim sum place where people bring food on a cart and there's a lazy Susan in the middle of the table. I used to spin them like I was a DJ. But I cannot do this video without talking about Din Tai Fung. I mentioned the idea of eating the best insert food here ever. Well, ginger at this place changed the whole game for me. It's kind of funny actually because at Din Tai Fung, there's instructions on how to eat xiaolong bao there. But I'm such an expert, we don't need it. I'll give you a rundown on it. First, you take that complimentary baby ginger dish and put soy sauce and vinegar in it. Then you take your chopsticks and bao and do a little dippy dippy in the concoction. Then put the bao on the spoon and poke a small hole and let the broth run out. Caution, it's hot. Finish with some ginger and get ready to be transported to a world of flavor.
You know that scene in Ratatouille when he's making his brother eat like cheese and grapes and stuff? Yeah, it's just like that.
And that, kids, is how I loved ginger. So, I guess the moral of this story is eat your food!